Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to change the spark plugs in this 2016 Scion IA. Step 0, if you will. You want this car sit for a little bit. You don't want the engine to be hot when you try to pull the plugs out or put them back in. It could cause them to crack. So let it sit. I'll let this one sit for about an hour, and let's go ahead and get started on it. Step 1 will be opening the hood, as obvious as that is, but maybe you don't know where that hood latch is. So it's right here. Driver's side door. This bottom one on the right. Pop that open. And then just slide your hand right here above the logo, under the hood, and go to the right. That'll get that up. And then put your little support right there. This notch up here. Step 2, under the hood, you want to go ahead and disconnect the negative terminal on the battery. We just want to be safe when we're working on some electrical stuff here. So let me show you that. Negative terminal right here. This is a 10mm bolt. We'll go ahead and get that undone. You don't need to go all the way, just enough that you can loosen it and slide it off. Pull it back, you're good. Step 3, we want to take this engine cover off so we can access the plugs. And holy smokes, that is a mess. What is going on there? We need to clean that up. So step 3A will be vacuuming. And it's a good idea to clean this up anyway, but mine just happens to be particularly bad. Step 4. Now we got to clean up as much as we could. We want to pull the connections off the coil packs here. What you want to do, just take a screwdriver, push down right here, and then you can just slide them right off. And there's 4 of them. 2, 3, 4. Step 5, we're going to take an 8mm ratchet and just undo these top bolts right here. And just come right off. Step 6, we're going to go ahead and remove the coil packs here. You want to twist them a little bit just to get them loose, and they should just come right out like that. These actually look to be in good shape. If you wanted to see, it's a little bit of wear on them, but they're still in pretty decent shape, so I'll go ahead and just reuse them for this. Alright, so here we go for step 7. What I ended up purchasing, just really quick, I got a 9/16 spark plug socket, and that has a little bit of cushion coating on the inside there. That's like a magnet, I guess, I don't know. And then of course I have my extension, so I'll reach in there and grab that out really quick. Hey, puppy. Hi, puppy. Once you break it loose, you can just run them down by hand, just to be real light on them. Takes a minute, but they'll come out. These are the ones I pulled out. They look to be in pretty good shape for being in there probably ever since this car was built. I picked up some iridium spark plugs. That's what you want to get for this. Alright, while we're here on step 8, you want to compare the old plugs to the new plugs. They look pretty identical. One of the things about these plugs here, the new plugs, they should come pre-gapped. The specification should be 0.040 inches of a gap. Yeah, they're pre-gapped, but not a bad idea to go ahead and check them. So what I picked up really quick was a little wire gauge to measure the gap, and we got 0.4 right here on that. So let's see if that slides. It kind of stops right there, but at 0.035 it slides through. So yeah, we're at it. So, and if you're curious what that is in metric, well, 0.040 is 1.02 millimeters. One of the other things that people like to do with spark plugs, they'll put like an anti-seize compound on it or something so it's easier to get out. These particular plugs, both the Denzos and also the NGKs, I looked this up for you, come with a special coating on the threads, so do not put anti-seize compound on there. They say to not do so because you could over torque it when you go to put these in. And if you're curious, the torque rating is anywhere from 11 foot-pounds to 14 foot-pounds. So I'm going to set my torque wrench here to 13 here in a minute. One thing I will add to at least the plug or the boot, just a little bit of this dielectric grease, just to make sure that you seal it up pretty well. Don't put it on the connector, just on the ceramic part, or you can put it right here on the inside of the little boot. I'm going to run these down by hand first. Be really, really careful not to cross thread them. You just kind of want to feel them slide right in. And as I mentioned, we're setting this to 13 foot-pounds of torque. And you just want to go to here and click. That's it right there. 13. 13. 13. Step 9, I'm going to take a little bit of that dielectric grease, put it on the tail end of this, on the very end of this screwdriver here. Just apply it gently to the inside of the boot here, just so we get a little bit of a seal. You don't want to do too much because you can maybe gunk it up a little bit. Despite its name, it's not a conductor, so you don't necessarily want it on the like that. That's kind of what you're looking for. We'll get the first one on. We're going to listen for a popping sound. That's how we know it's going to be on there secure. No popping sound. We're not going to listen for it. Yeah, they're just going to slide right on, which is nice. Here, step 10. These are 8mm bolts. Okay, now that they're back on and secure, next step, slide the connectors back into place. Those will click, you'll know you're on. And they do. And make sure you go in order 1, 2, 3, 4. Some cards is a bit more complicated, but that should be it. The next step here, let's fire it up and make sure it runs right. Make sure you get the battery connector good and tight. All right, moment of truth. And you can hear it fired up, no problem. Runs great. Just got to get the sound deadening back off of it because you can hear a lot of the valve noise. But other than that, that's how you change it.